Alright, today I'm going to be reacting to Sawayama by Rina Sawayama. I just recently reacted to her 2017 EP titled Rina, so I'm pretty excited to get into this. I enjoyed that album. There were some aspects that I didn't love, like the mixing, but overall it felt like a pretty creative and unique experience. So I have some pretty high expectations for this album right here. There's not much else to say, just go join the Patreon if you want to see this reaction uncut. There's a link in the description down below to go join that. And yeah, we're going to hop into it. The first track is Dynasty.
I'm losing myself in the darkness of the world. Saving myself is all I really know. Seen it been done before. And if that's all that I'm gonna be,
we're starting off with the fireworks. Explosive intro. Ooh. Just the size of this track is crazy. That guitar. Okay, explosive intro. Just fireworks right from the first second. I feel like this is a direct continuation of the last track off of Rina. The last track off that EP was definitely just very massive in size and scope and scale. This is very dramatic, of course. It feels very high risk or high stakes, I guess. But there is some actual commentary going on in the lyrics here. You give me life, I nearly gave it away for the sake of my sanity. Some family difficulties here. Yeah, so again, it's a very dramatic presentation and it feels very high stakes, but there is a very actual like human feel to the lyrics and an actual heartbeat to the whole concept of the track. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't love the mixing. Once again, it just feels a little bit too blown out for my liking, but maybe it will grow on me. What the heck? This is autotune. What the? Oh, those toms. It's got that early 2000s sassy pop feel that the last track or last album did. With a little bit of an emo tinge as well. Production is so good on this right now. The panning. That got a metal breakdown, so funny. It shouldn't work, but it does. It's just a little bit. Oh, the little... That was fantastic. I feel like that track was on the brink of losing its mind. I feel like she was kind of losing her mind. Kind of just being consumed by all these material things. I need more, give me more. You have the very kind of glitzy, glammy aesthetic, but then you have those kind of metal almost breakdowns as well that kind of bring this almost this like angry tinge where it feels like it's a little bit unhinged, and I think that's obviously purposeful. So I think the sound and the production and the instrumental does a great job of matching the vibe of the lyrics. Production all around fantastic, very textured, again very glamorous, but a little bit unsettling as well. Good phrasing here. Okay, this is not where I expected this track to go. Back into the metal. It's the second time we've had that kind of microwave beat. Ding. Hear that chunky bass line? Oh, great contrast between that and this kind of sweeter kind of chorus. Oh! Oh my gosh. Again, I feel like this album so far has been kind of a display of the two sides of her. You have this kind of sweeter side with the chorus, and then she just unleashes all that anger in those kind of metal sections. I feel like this could become really gimmicky really fast, but it's not really crossing that line for me yet. So yeah, that was strange, but strangely great. Such a unique combination of like R&B and just like pop aesthetics and these metal and emo aesthetics. It's weird. It's done in a really like surprising and like explosive way. The track acts as a release of built up anger from many microaggressions and racial anti-Japanese comments. Okay, I didn't pick up on that. Wait, where did that come in? You've never seen I'm Not the Only One. How come you don't respect me? Expecting fantasies to be my reality. So yeah, historically, Western society has kind of what's the word? Fetishized Japanese culture and Asian culture in general, I feel like. So that's kind of where that's coming in. Oh, I guess maybe the sweetness in the courses, maybe that's not sincerely a sincere portrayal of how she feels. Maybe that's how she thinks or how these racist people want her to act. That's the expectations put on her, that she should just be this sweet little person that's not gonna speak out or be loud or aggressive or anything like that. Is Comme des Garcons, is that a perfume or is that a fashion company? Yeah, it's a fashion brand. It's kind of a disco feel to this track. Loving it. I mean, there was that Jessie Ware album that came out this year that was disco and great. This kind of feels similar to that. Love the confidence on this track. Comme des Garcons. Okay, I should have picked up on this, but I'm going to read this, what she said on Genius here. When I was writing this song, I wanted to explore the idea of people having to adopt negative male tropes to appear confident, which, again, I should have picked up on because it's Comme des Garçons, I'm so confident like the boys. Is Comme des Garçons, is it just like normally just like a male fashion, like male clothes? I don't know. Oh, it means like the boys. Okay, that's what Comme des Garçons means. Okay. That's cool. Yeah, great writing. I didn't pick up on that kind of a double entendre there, which I should have. I guess it's not really a double entendre. It's just a literal translation. But I didn't pick up on that commentary right there. And I feel like it makes sense coming after the last track, the anger of that last track, and then having just this super confident moment here. Really, really makes sense in the flow of the track list.
Hotel corridor, blacked out,
Oh. Those drums? Oh. I love those auto-tune ad-libs, man. Those are so good. I gotta click that. Oh. Ooh. Oh. Bro. Those electronics are going off. Oh, bro. The whoops and the ring. Crazy. Oh, we've had that a couple times now. That like little ding. I don't know what that is supposed to represent, but that was fantastic. Production on that track insane. Like I said, the whoops, the little little I don't even know, just crazy production. A lot of ear candy in there, and my only complaint is that the hook is a little bit grating. Just melodically, I feel like it's a little bit too like childish in my opinion, and just a little bit too goofy and grating. But I do like the message of the track quite a bit. Akasaka commercial district that she often traveled to for both work and pleasure. Tying it back into the first track with the generational kind of issues and familial issues as well. I love sonically everything that's happening on, but then you just add the sincerity and the vulnerability of the lyrics that just takes it to another level. Now we're in the city. That track kind of was talking about traveling to the city. Oh, come on. These switch ups are crazy. They're not jarring though. Oh, the sax? I don't know what's happening. Key change. Oh my gosh. Such a strange track. I mean, I shouldn't say strange. It's just a little bit like you wouldn't think it works with some of the musical elements going on, but it really does. It has this color to it that really captures this childlike kind of wonder really well. Yeah, and I think it captures that so well. The sax solo just out of nowhere, the key change. I think it intentionally is supposed to feel a little bit cheesy, because it's just as bright and as colorful as children see life, you know. So I think that's fantastic. But yeah, let's keep it going. Not much else to say about that one. Love Me for Me. There's so much personality on this record so far.
Every day I wanna start over, 'cause I remind me of me. I gotta be that angel, good girl, soft and sexy. Well, I don't care who you are for me.
Another great message.
You wanna love me for me? I make up head on like a star. I gotta be that angel, good girl, soft and sexy. I don't care.
It's really a really sad track, to be honest.
Can't love yourself. How are you gonna love somebody else?
Okay, I thought that this chorus was speaking to someone else, but I guess she's speaking to herself here, because the whole track is her kind of looking for self-love, trying to find that. Society tells women that they have to do all these things to love themselves. Obviously, that's not true. And then, see, I thought she was talking to someone else here, like saying this person would love me for me, but only if I made it easy, only if I showed myself as like the best version of myself, which obviously isn't realistic. It's crazy how she can balance this very glitzy, glammy, upbeat instrumentation with some pretty vulnerable and heavy subject matter. I feel like not many artists can do that well, and maybe it's the fact that the instrumentation is a little bit ironic in tone.
We ran through the bright Tokyo lights, nothing to lose. Summer of 2012 burnt in my mind. I'm so good at crashing and making sparks and shit, but then
Pretty Charlie XCX here, I gotta admit.
I'm a bad friend. I'm so good at crashing and making sparks and shit, but then
I don't know if I like that. I kind of hate that, to be honest. I don't know. Something about it just feels a little bit tacky. I mean, I was just thinking I relate to this track, so I guess I gotta put my hands up. That's my least favorite track so far, easily. I feel like this is one of those topics that you could write about with a little bit more nuance and depth, but she just kind of doesn't on this track. Like, I was thinking throughout that track, I can actually relate to this track, and that makes it somewhat enjoyable. But then you get this, put your hands up if you're not good at this stuff. At first I thought she meant like raise your hand, put your hands up. It would work in a concert setting, I guess. It's just, I don't know, something about it just feels a little bit tacky and a little bit cringe in my opinion. So this is definitely my least favorite. I mean, the sound is fine, I guess. It does feel a little bit derivative of Charlie XCX. Love the emphasis on fuck this world, on the fuck. Hear those textures? Okay, I gotta be honest, I don't love this track again, and it really just comes down to the writing. The message is fine. I just feel like the portrayal and the presentation of the message feels a little bit faux inspirational. It just feels a little bit fake and a little bit insincere. No, not insincere. I just feel like it's a little bit basic, I guess. Like, she's hitting all the points here. We gotta solve society. This is our mission impossible. May not be solvable, may not be viable. It just feels a little bit like third grade writing level, you know? I don't know. That might be a crazy take, but I feel like the sound was pretty decent. Again, cool production elements and a pretty good melody as well. Writing kind of threw me off on that one.
You stay deep in my prayers.
Her riff was better than mine. That's Who's gonna save you now? Bro, I can't predict these melodies. That's a sign of good pop music. It became a project to me. Okay, I guess that one because it repeated. Oh, she loves those key changes. Yeah, I'm gonna stop. We're back. We're back with the bangers. We're back with the quality tracks. That was fantastic. It makes sense coming after the last track. This is from the perspective of an alien, maybe? Of a higher being who's gonna save you now. It kind of does feel like a rock song in space in a weird way, with that intro, Rina, Rina, and then obviously just the very reverby aesthetic of everything. I don't know, it's very dramatized, and it just feels like something from a movie, and it just paints a very vivid picture of this like huge arena in space with these weird looking aliens, and they're just jamming out on their guitars, and it's just, I don't know. Maybe that's what she's going for, maybe not. They don't know. Predicted that one.
They don't know you like I know you. No, they don't. They use you for one night and then away they go. This is just another song about Tokyo. I don't wanna check in to the Tokyo hotel. I just want your love.
Whoa. Nice vocal runs. Love the Tokyo. Nice tape stop. vocal runs in this chorus are so clean. I love it. This line. Oh. Okay. We're carrying the Western fascination with Japanese culture theme forward on this track. I was a little bit confused what that track was about as it was happening, but it definitely makes sense. I mean, it's kind of spelled out right here. Your fascination's my world. I feel like this is doing a great job of diving even deeper into that theme. It's just crazy how there's like someone could just like mindlessly put this on and just like enjoy. Oh, that's a cool synth line there. Oh, that's a catchy little melody. It's a sweet little glitzy glammy little pop song, but then you look into it and then the message is a lot deeper than you'd usually find in a lot of pop music. So I mean, I really respect it in that regard.
We don't need to be related to relate. We don't need to share genes or a surname. You are my
It's a really unique song idea. I feel like I haven't
family.
heard this be talked about.
We don't need to be related to relate. We don't need to share genes or a surname. You are my chosen. You are my chosen family. Chosen family. We don't need to be related to relate. We don't need to share genes or a surname.
Okay, we'll just end it there. That was fantastic. I love the idea of that song. I love just finding family in people who aren't related to you. Reading this just got me really emotional too. Her chosen family was her LGBTQ sisters and brothers. LGBTQ community always was there for her. The concept of chosen family has been long-standing in the queer community because a lot of people get kicked out of their homes and get ostracized from their family for coming out. I wanted to write a song for them, and it's just a message and this idea of a safe space. I love it. It's beautiful. Ooh. A little arpeggiating synth. Mike Dean? Is Mike Dean in the room? Oh. Woo.
Like a snakeskin, like a snakeskin, like a snakeskin, like a snakeskin.
It's so over the top, but I love it. Okay, I thought, bro, I was scared we were gonna go into like a generic dubstep drop, but this is a lot better. This is just doing a great job of putting a stamp on the album, a final statement. Like I said, great final statement on this album. I'm really intrigued by these lyrics, especially this pre-chorus. Buy my expensive exclusive pain where my fine couture is your branded repayment. I tear my soul into two so that you can pretend despair. Should I click it? We'll click it. Section is about how artists put themselves out there. I mean, this genius annotation is literally exactly what I was saying earlier. What may seem like a regular pop song is really an artist's heart poured out into music, and something that may become more personal and emotional the more you listen to it and decode the lyrics. So that's what I was saying earlier. Like, that's what Rina is so great at, especially on this album. It was on her last album, but I feel like it's even more prominent on this album here. Such cool imagery with the snakeskin and shedding that, because it also gives snakeskin, it also gives this sense of luxury too, which is really cool. And that's been a big theme on this album as well, is just like designer things and just like luxurious things with a very emotional and very human and heartfelt undertone. So yeah, this album has a lot of edge to it. It's a little bit gimmicky at times, in my opinion, but for the most part, it's produced really well. It's written really well. The performances are really engaging. The melodies are clean and really well performed. And yeah, the flow of the album makes sense a lot too. I don't know if we can call this a concept album, but it definitely is kind of close to that. Yeah, I don't love every moment here, but I feel like she took all the stuff that I loved on Rina and kind of carried it forward onto this album. This one's definitely more ambitious, but yeah, a lot of personality, very sincere at times. And like I said, you can listen to it mindlessly. Someone could listen to it, not pay attention to the lyrics at all, have a good time, and then you can dive into the lyrics and enjoy it just even that much more. So yeah, this is fantastic. Loved it. Loved it. Those are my thoughts on Sawayama by Rina Sawayama. Let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know if I missed anything. Probably did. Leave a like if you want. Subscribe. Go join the Patreon if you want to see this reaction uncut. There's also an $8 tier if you join that, where you can request albums, and I do your requests more quickly. So consider joining that down below. And that's going to do it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.